Good morning, mi gente. Happy Domingo. Hope everybody's doing good out there. I know we got that tendency of thinking that Sundays are just to chill and just relax, but there's not enough time, mi gente. There's not enough time. I recommend you guys use Sundays to be productive. Do something that you're trying to do apart from your 9 to 5, because we don't have enough time, people. We don't have enough time. Welcome to Familia Assets, everybody. I want to thank you guys for joining, for all my family out there that's supporting me. Thank you, thank you. What this is about is we're just trying to bring some financial literacy into the Latino homes. It's something that's not really talked about, especially within where I was from. Our community was not talking about nothing like this. All the urban community. This is for all the Latinos out there. All the gangsters out there. All the people from the hood. All the people that just think that there's nothing else out there. Right? It's definitely something else out there. We need to change our mindset. We need to change the way that we think, and we need to really you know get the family together and start talking about all these types of things. Investing, start getting a plan together, sit everybody together. That's talk about any type of emergency strategy that you might have. You guys had to have something, right? You can't just have something happen and then we're all lost and not knowing what we're going to be doing. But anyways, aside from that, this is for everybody, all my Latinos out there, anybody that's a sympathizer to our struggle, as well. So definitely, I'm trying to get the word out there, right? This episode, I wanted to talk about the blockchain. The blockchain is the blockchain, right? It's a little bit hard to describe it. I do have some help from Wikipedia. That's the age that we're in right now. You can go ahead and look anything up on online. Theo Google knows it all. But I wanted to get a little bit um, in depth about the blockchain because this is something that is going to be our future, right? This is the way that, at least I think, that this is the way that things are going to start getting handled, right? Um, so we can't be lost. We can't be not knowing about what's going on. Um, we definitely need to have an understanding of what it is. Uh, it's a craze going on right now. If you guys watched my last episode, talking about how not to get caught in the hype of investing. And right now, it is definitely a hype going on with, cryptocurrencies and NFTs, which we're going to get to in a little bit. But this all has to do with some new platform, well, it's been around for a little bit, but it's barely starting to get eyes on it right now. So the blockchain, right? The blockchain, what it is just a list of records. They're called blocks, and they're linked together um, using cryptography. It's technical, something that I'm not too familiar with. It has to do with a bunch of coding. So all my Latinos out there that have a better understanding, hit me up. We like to get you on the show so you can talk about it. But what it is, that's what it is, right? It's a growing list of records that are linked together using cryptography. Now, this technology was first, thought about in 82. Yeah, 1982, right? So it's been around. The idea of it has been around for a while. Now, the first blockchain that was actually more used, right, and more complete was done in 2008. So it's about what, like 13 years since 2008. Now the person that invented it, person or group of people, because nobody knows who it is. So it's supposedly Satoshi Nakamoto. So they built this blockchain in 2008, right? And what they built it for was basically to start, transactions using the Bitcoin, right? If you guys have been watching the news or anything, you guys know right now that Bitcoin is a crazy, crazy cryptocurrency investment. Not recommended for anybody that is going to be starting to invest. Um, but if you have money, laying around and you want to play with it, then you can make money off Bitcoin, right? I think right now is at like 50,000, something like that. So you guys get a better understanding how Bitcoin has been trading. Um, it was, I mean, it topped like at 60,000, right? So the people were buying Bitcoin for like 60,000 each Bitcoin, right? And then it dropped. Well, it's been going up, right? It was like it started in the hundreds, then it went all the way up to 60,000 each Bitcoin. Then it dropped all the way to like 30,000. So a lot of people lost a lot of money there, and then it's going back up right now, 50,000 each Bitcoin. It's For me, it's early. It's too early in the game, right? To know if this is actually going to be a safe investment, if it's going to keep on going up, or if it's going to drop all the way down. I mean, it could drop all the way down to zero. But this is the first one, right? That really was popular. So the blockchain, the one that was built in 2008, it was for transactions of Bitcoin. Now, ever since 2008, it's been growing and growing and growing. Um, Now, what makes the blockchain popular more like in these times right now is that it's decentralized. So there's no third party that is involved in these trades that are going on, right? Like if I want to send you $5, I can send you $5 without going through any bank or anything. It's $5 in like a cryptocurrency, right? um if I want to send you $10,000, I can send you $10,000 with no, minimum transaction fees or anything, right? If I want to send you $1 million, I could do it just like I was sending you, that $5. So it's decentralized. There's nobody in the middle, taking a cut of anything. And in these times, that's what everybody's really looking for. They're trying to not have to deal with a middleman, right? So that's what's getting the blockchain all the all the attention that it's getting, right? That's what's making the person that made it, right? Nobody knows who he is because if they knew who he was, then he probably wouldn't be here no more. So that's why everybody's like, okay, we want to see about this, we want to get a hold of this, we want to start to use this. So that's basically the number one reason is decentralized. There's no third parties, and it's secure, right? It's very, very secure. It has to do with a bunch of different computers. So there's a lot of, I mean, all over the world, right? They have different points that are getting this information, and they're putting it out there for everybody to see. It's public, right? Decentralized, and is public, right? Everybody could go ahead and see the transactions that are going on. So it's really hard to do any type of fraud or any type of um any type of fraud, right? That's what everybody's looking at it for. So that's number one, right? The decentralized, it's openness, right? That everybody could see. There is some private blockchains. I guess if you were like a company and you didn't want other people to see that information, you can definitely have like your own thing aside. But for the most part, it's all public. Now, there's a lot of it, a lot of blockchains starting to open up right now, so they are trying to see, how to make them all like one. um but the uses for it is probably the the biggest part of it's probably the biggest part of this whole system, right? The uses for it. Now, it did start with the cryptocurrencies, like Bitcoin. So we do transactions with cryptocurrencies, and there's no, like I said, no third party and minimal effort and all public, nothing to be hidden, right? So that's what it was started to use for, the Bitcoin cryptocurrencies, actually, because there's a bunch of different cryptocurrencies out there. It's not just Bitcoin. The other uses for it, which is probably one of the most important uses that is going to be that I see in the future for it, is smart contracts, right? So you're going to be able to do a contract with somebody, and it's going to be a one of one contract. There's not going to be no need for a third party. It's going to have the information all there for everybody to see, and people are going to start. I seen a video on Gary V. If you don't know who he is, go check him out, follow him. But he's talking about, and I see this too, right? People starting to get married, right? You're gonna start uh, having contracts on the blockchain, so it's gonna be a one of one. Nobody can duplicate it. No fraud can be done. No nothing, and it's there for everybody to see. But marriage, buying a home, all the paperwork that's done with buying a home is going to make it easier through the blockchain, right? I mean, just you guys could just think about it, right? All the different contracts that we currently do right now, and it's going to be just super easier and more open, and everybody's going to be able to see it once it's on the blockchain. So that's why people are really starting to see, okay, this is what how are we going to implement this in our companies or our whatever it is that you do, right? Now, financial services are even starting to you know develop whole sections of the company, right, dedicated to learning about the blockchain. Banks are starting to learn about the blockchain, and it's ironic because this is probably going to be the ones that are going to take the banks out the game, right? But they're trying not to stay. They're like, okay, we need to figure out how we're going to implement this in our systems. So that tells you something, right? If the banks are trying to hurry up and figure out what it is about the blockchain, then we can't be left behind too, right? The banks are they're gonna try to somehow fuck us out of our money, right? That's what they're trying to use the blockchain for. So we need to be one step ahead of them. Um, that's another use that's gonna be doing. There's video games. Now you gotta understand, there's a bunch of little like really, it looks like old school, first computer games, um, type of technology, right? Because it's all new right now. So there's little funny games right now, but they're starting to see how are they gonna go ahead and implement that in into games. All the new games that are gonna be coming out. Don't be surprised if they're gonna be NFTs and if they're gonna be on the blockchain, right? Now, talking about NFTs, that's another use of the blockchain. NFTs are non fungible tokens. And for all my people out there that are artistas, you guys are artists, you guys, have any type of, you guys make pictures like online. If you guys are any type of artist out there, definitely look into the blockchain because there's a lot of money being made right now. If you guys have art, if you guys have digital art, then figure out how to put it on the blockchains, how to put it on the market. there is a lot of money being made right now. And like I said before, in my last video, don't get caught in the hype. But if you're an artist and you can sell one of your pieces for, I mean, they're going for millions right now, right? If you can sell one of your pieces for millions, then get into that, right? The don't get caught up in the hype is probably the person that's going to be buying it, right? Because it could be that that goes down. But if you're an artist, sell it, man, sell it. Take advantage of what's going on right now and make your money. Make your money. Figure out a way how to put it on the blockchain, and um, I can help you with that too. We can make a video of how to upload. It's called what is it called? How to mint, how to mint your art. So um, another thing about this that is an advantage for the people that have art, um, is that you're able to collect royalties from it. So since the blockchain, it has everything detailed. It has all the information there. It's there for everybody to see. Let's say that you have a piece of art, right? It's better if let's say if you have a piece of digital art and you sell it, right? Let's say you sell it for 1 Ethereum, right? 1 Ethereum right now is worth like $4,000, $5,000, I think, something like that. Let's say you got a piece of art, you sell it for 1,000, right? But when you mint it and you put it up in the market on the blockchain, it gives you an option of royalties, right? So you can put, let's say, 20%, right? You sell it for 5,000. You sell it for 1 Ethereum, right? $5,000, and you get your 5,000. Then you put it that you want 20% of royalty, right? So you sell it to somebody, and this person gets it, and he has it, and then after somebody else comes and goes, man, I want to buy that from you, and this guy goes, all right, well, I'll sell it to you for 10,000, right? 2 Ethereum. He sells it for 10,000, but you would get 20% of that. So you get 2,000 and he gets 8,000. So you get 2,000 off it, right? Let's say that that person has it that bought it for 10,000. Someone comes to him and they're like, I'll buy it off you and I'll buy it for 20,000, right? So that person he would get 16,000, and you, the artist, the first person that sold it, will get 4,000, and so on and so on. So if that piece keeps on selling, then you as the artist can collect 20% every time that piece sells. That's royalties, right? This is something that was seen in the music game, right? People get royalties off like TV shows and things like that. But artists before this was not seeing royalties, right? You would have a piece of art, physical art. You come in as an artist, you sell it for 5,000, and then if that person decides to sell it later, then you would see no money off it. So this is a big, big plus for all the artists out there. Look into it. It's the new craze right now. Make your money off it. If you are an established artist and you have a name for yourself, then even better. Figure out, if you don't know nothing about all this, find somebody who does, right? In your community, I guarantee that there's got to be somebody. I mean, I hope so, right? I hope that there's somebody close to you that maybe has a better understanding of this, and we got to collaborate. We got to figure out how to collaborate, because if we're artists, we don't know nothing about the digital world, we might get left behind. I mean, times are changing. They're changing fast. There's a robot that's going to come out, within a year from Elon Musk, that's going to be taking a lot of people's jobs. So we got to figure out how to pivot and get into the digital game right now. That's one of the biggest ways as well I mean, there's so many big things that are going on with the blockchain and how they're trying to implement it into everyday life, that we can't get left behind. That's why I wanted to do this video. I had some friends telling me, like, what is that? They it's like they don't really care about it, right? We got to get a sense of urgency of caring of what's going to happen in the future, right? Because we got to be prepared for it. Uh, Now there's new things that are happening now. There's an artist, a music artist. A lot of you might know of him, Tory Lanez. He put out an album. He put out an album of an NFT, right? An NFT album. So he put out 1 million copies. He sold those 1 million copies for $1 each. So 1 million copies of his new album, he sold it for $1 each on the blockchain. It sold out in a minute, I think. I think less than a minute. So his album sold out in a minute. He made $1 million in a minute. But best believe he has royalties waiting for him, right? So there's only 1 million copies. They're already sold out. Whoever sells that um whoever sells that album, he's gonna be making money off that too, right? However many times it sells. So I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. So that's definitely a new thing that's gonna be happening now. Start looking for all your artists that are gonna be putting out albums on the blockchain. They're using for a lot of other things, right? Definitely anything that has to do with anti counterfeiting is going to be looking to use the blockchain. Healthcare is looking to use the blockchain in order to have records of all the patients. Be careful with that because they're definitely going to be trying to fuck people over like everything else. I know that there's going to be something crazy with that. Um, Domain names, so many different types of hold on. So it's so many different um uses that is going to be implemented with the blockchain. And really our everyday life is going to be uh digital. It's going to be crazy. I see a crazy change coming, and we can't be left behind. So that is the blockchain. We gotta know what we're gonna be seeing in the next couple years. I don't think it's gonna take too long for just a big shift to happen. Um, Paperwork is gonna be all on the blockchain. I wanted to, make this video to kind of open people's ears to it, and so that once you hear more of this, you're not stuck, right? You're not stuck. Um, all my artists out there, if you guys make art and figure out a way how to implement it into the blockchain market, I'm gonna make a video of how to upload your art. I have an NFT out there for all my people out there that are um already know about this. You guys want to buy an NFT? I got the very first NFT from Nicaragua. I did it with one of the people that live out here. He's a photographer. It's a beautiful picture. If you guys want to check it out, I'm gonna put the link right here in the description. Um, if you guys are gonna be coming to Nicaragua, then definitely hit me up. I'm working on something too that we're gonna be having like it's like gonna be like a tour uh, of different places in Nicaragua. So that's gonna be on the blockchain as well. So look for that. We're definitely working on a lot of things right now. I think I got too much on my plate, but hey, man, we only have so much time. I'm definitely willing to work hard right now, so I can chill, not too later. But I hope everybody's having a beautiful Sunday, man, with the family. Use it to be productive. Bring the family together. Start talking about all types of all these type of subjects. If you guys check out my Instagram, I'm always uploading just positive messages to the family. um, and I think we definitely need to start implementing all financial literacy in our children. I'm very big on that. My son is 5. He's up on game, right? He knows a lot. I'm just teaching him every day. I spend so much time with them, man. It's crazy how it was working before, right? I would spend most of my day out of the house, but now, I'm able to spend my time with him. He's able to soak up game from me. And I recommend everybody to definitely take that time to spend with your kids and just breathe nothing but positive into them, just nothing but positivity. I tell my son, he's a god, he's a king. So he's when he, it's not gonna be nothing to him, he's already gonna be like that. If you manifest things, it's crazy, but definitely start talking positively into your kids. Let's stop. I know when I was growing up, it was like, "Cállate, shut up, bum, te voy a pegar, que no sé qué, ma, 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 ma." And it's like kind of normal, right? With the familia, right? We it's not that we want to do anything to our kids, right? But it's just the way that we kind of are. Um, but it does affect, right? So let's figure out a way how to change that. Talk to them a little bit better. They're definitely keeping an eye on you. So if you're doing some things around them you know that are not good, then he's gonna be doing the same thing. They're little mirrors. But anyways, that was the blockchain. Happy Sunday, everybody. I'm working on a Patreon account. I didn't know about this, but I'm starting to see it. So if anybody wants to, help out with the channel, with everything that we got going on, I'm gonna have a Patreon account. I'm gonna be uploading it pretty soon. Um, if anybody wants to come out here to Nicaragua, we definitely got our tourism company over here. We got the Entre Lagos y Volcanes. We got the delivery going on in my little town. This little town is small, but we're working on getting it up to par. This is gonna be the centralized place in Nicaragua. It's gonna be crazy. We're working on an app right now. Everybody's using the delivery service. They're kind of like in shock because nothing's never been done like that before. Um, I'm working on some stuff right now. I'm gonna bring it to you guys soon. But we're gonna get this little town up to par. But if you guys want to come over here to Nicaragua, hit me up. If you guys want information, I'll show you guys some beautiful, beautiful pictures of places. And you guys are not gonna spend a lot of money. It's very, very economic. So if you guys are looking to take a vacation but don't, have the bank account for it, or you guys do have a budget, then hit me up. Nicaragua is a place to be. If you guys got any questions, let me know. But anyways, mi gente, happy Sunday again. Talk to you guys soon. Hasta la próxima. Peace.